Have you ever forgotten where you left your keys, or what you ate for breakfast? It's a feeling many of us experience as we grow older. But what if these simple slips are actually signs of something more serious? In this video, we're going to explore 7 early signs of dementia that you should never ignore, especially as you or your loved ones enter those golden years. Recognizing these signs early can make a huge difference in how you manage your health and plan for the future. So stay with me until the end, because understanding these symptoms not only helps protect your well-being, but might just change how you approach your daily life in the years ahead. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss valuable tips like these. Let's dive right in. Number 1. Memory lapses that interrupt daily life. One of the earliest and most noticeable signs of dementia is memory loss that begins to interfere with everyday activities. It's normal to forget names or appointments from time to time, but when this forgetfulness starts causing problems like missing important dates or repeatedly asking for the same information, it's a red flag. For example, someone might forget a close friend's birthday or lose track of their medication schedule, which can lead to dangerous consequences. This type of memory lapse is different because it's persistent and progressively worsens. Unlike ordinary forgetfulness, it doesn't improve with reminders or notes. It reflects changes in the brain's ability to store and retrieve new information. Hallmark of dementia's onset. Understanding this pattern is crucial, because it signals that the brain's normal aging process is being overshadowed by something more serious. Psychologically, this memory disruption can lead to feelings of frustration and embarrassment. Many seniors hide these moments, fearing judgment or loss of independence. However, recognizing these lapses early allows for timely intervention, which can slow progression and improve quality of life. If you or someone you know experiences these frequent memory lapses, it's important to take them seriously. Consider the case of Henry, a 74-year-old retired teacher. Henry started forgetting small things like where he put his glasses or his daily appointments. At first, he brushed it off, thinking it was just stress or age. But over time, the forgetfulness grew worse, affecting his ability to manage his finances and social commitments. His family noticed and encouraged him to seek medical advice. Early detection helped Henry get support and treatment that made a positive difference. This memory issue is not just a matter of inconvenience, but a signal from the brain that should not be ignored. It is often the first sign that leads many to seek help and begin managing the condition proactively. Keeping track of such memory changes and discussing them openly with healthcare providers is essential. Recognizing the sign early helps build a foundation for understanding and managing dementia before more severe symptoms emerge. It also prepares families and caregivers for the journey ahead, allowing them to provide better support and care. Number 2. Difficulty planning and solving problems. Another early warning sign of dementia is having trouble with planning or solving problems, especially tasks that used to be simple or routine. You might notice that someone who once managed their finances or household chores with ease suddenly struggles to follow a recipe, balance a checkbook, or keep track of monthly bills. This isn't just a normal part of aging, but a sign that the brain's executive functions, the skills that allow us to organize, strategize, and make decisions, are being affected. This difficulty often shows up gradually. For instance, A man like George, who is 78 years old, may find it harder to manage his medication schedule or remember the steps needed to fix something around the house. What used to be second nature now requires extra effort and sometimes results in mistakes that could have serious consequences. It's important to recognize when these challenges become more frequent or severe, as they indicate changes in the brain's problem-solving abilities. From a psychological perspective, struggling with tasks that used to be straightforward can lead to frustration and a loss of confidence. This frustration might cause someone to avoid tasks altogether, leading to decreased independence and social isolation. Understanding that this is not a personal failing, but a symptom of cognitive decline, helps both seniors and their families approach the situation with empathy and patience. The science behind this sign lies in the brain's frontal lobe, which controls reasoning, judgment, and decision-making. Damage or deterioration in this area disrupts the ability to plan, organize, and solve problems effectively. Recognizing this early can help families seek timely support and accommodations to maintain a good quality of life. Let's take the example of Mary, an 82-year-old woman who always enjoyed cooking. Over time, she started finding it difficult to follow recipes or organize her shopping list. Her daughter noticed Mary was making errors and forgetting important steps in meal preparation. After a medical evaluation, it became clear these were early signs of cognitive changes, and with the right interventions, Mary's family was able to adjust their routines to provide the support she needed. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, with WizVu, which let's move forward number 3, losing track of time and place. One more early sign that you shouldn't overlook is when someone begins to lose track of dates, seasons, or the passage of time. This doesn't mean just forgetting what day of the week it is from time to time, but more frequent confusion about the current date, difficulty understanding the passage of time, or trouble remembering where they are or how they got there. This disorientation can be unsettling and sometimes even dangerous. Imagine a man like Harold, who is 80 years old. He might find himself wondering why it's still light outside in the evening, or suddenly feels lost in a familiar neighborhood while taking a short walk. What makes this particularly concerning is not just the confusion itself, but how it affects everyday functioning. Losing track of time can lead to missed appointments, forgetting important events, or struggling to maintain routines that depend on a clear sense of timing. Psychologically, this symptom can trigger feelings of anxiety and helplessness. The brain's internal clock, responsible for maintaining our sense of time and orientation, starts to falter. For seniors, this loss of temporal and spatial awareness can shake their confidence and contribute to withdrawal from social activities. It's crucial for family members and caregivers to understand these signs are part of a condition and not a reflection of laziness or carelessness. The root cause lies in changes to the brain's hippocampus and other related areas, which play a vital role in memory formation and spatial navigation. When these areas begin to deteriorate, the ability to recall sequences, dates, and locations becomes impaired. Early recognition of this sign can help in creating safer living environments and implementing strategies to support orientation. For example, consider Helen, a 75-year-old woman who used to be very punctual and well organized. Lately, her family noticed she frequently forgot the day and sometimes wandered off during her daily walks. After consulting with a healthcare professional, they learned that her difficulties with time and place were early symptoms of dementia. They adapted her home with clear calendars, clocks, and simple reminders to help her stay oriented and safe. Understanding the importance of tracking time and place helps you recognize when a loved one might be at the start of a challenging journey. Awareness allows you to provide the support and care that makes a significant difference in their daily lives. Number 4. Difficulty completing familiar tasks. Another early sign to watch for is when someone starts having trouble completing everyday tasks they've done countless times before. This goes beyond the occasional moment of forgetfulness. It's when routine activities like cooking a familiar recipe, managing household chores, or even following a regular schedule become confusing or overwhelming. This can be subtle at first, but grows more apparent over time. Take, for example, John, a 78-year-old retired teacher who loved to prepare his own meals. Lately, he has been struggling to remember the steps in his favorite recipes and often forgets to turn off the stove after cooking. It's not because John lacks the skills or motivation, but because the mental processes involved in sequencing tasks and focusing on multiple steps at once are beginning to falter. This difficulty in managing familiar tasks can lead to frustration and feelings of inadequacy. Psychologically, this symptom reflects a decline in executive function, the set of mental skills that include working memory, flexible thinking, and self-control. When these skills start to decline, seniors find it harder to plan, organize, and carry out the steps needed for tasks that once felt automatic. This can have a profound impact on their confidence and independence, sometimes causing them to withdraw from activities they once enjoyed. The brain regions responsible for these functions, including the frontal lobes, are often among the first affected in dementia. As these areas deteriorate, multitasking and problem-solving abilities suffer early. Detection of these challenges allows families and caregivers to introduce support such as step-by-step instructions, simplified routines, and reminders that can help maintain a sense of normalcy and safety. Consider Mary, an 82-year-old woman who was always the family's go-to for organizing events. She recently began having difficulty managing the details of a simple dinner party and needed help keeping track of who was coming and what food to prepare. Recognizing these signs led her family to seek professional advice, and they were able to put supportive measures in place before the situation became critical. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now with WizVu. Let's move forward. Number 5, trouble with words and communication. One of the less obvious but very telling early signs of dementia is difficulty with language and communication. This goes beyond simply forgetting a word occasionally. It's when seniors consistently struggle to find the right words, call things by the wrong name, or lose track of conversations. This can make social interactions awkward and sometimes frustrating, both for the person affected and those around them. Take Paul, a 75-year-old retired engineer who has always been sharp with language and quick wit. Recently, his family noticed that he often pauses mid-sentence, searches for words that just won't come, or uses vague descriptions like thing or stuff instead of specific names. It's not a matter of laziness or distraction, but rather the brain's difficulty in retrieving and organizing language. This symptom can appear during conversations, when reading, or even in writing letters or emails. Psychologically, problems with communication are linked to changes in the brain's language centers, such as Broca's area and Wernicke's area. These regions control speech production and comprehension. When dementia begins to affect these areas, the smooth flow of communication is interrupted, making it harder for seniors to express themselves clearly or understand others fully. This difficulty can have a profound impact on relationships, as communication is the bridge that connects us. When that bridge becomes shaky, it's natural for frustration and misunderstandings to grow. Loved ones may notice a withdrawal from social situations as speaking becomes more taxing, leading to feelings of isolation and loneliness. Consider Gloria, an 80-year-old retired nurse known for her storytelling. Over time, she started repeating stories, losing track of the point, or struggling to follow conversations during family gatherings. Her family initially thought it was just a normal part of aging, but as it became more frequent, they sought professional guidance, recognizing this as an early warning sign. If you observe these changes in someone you care about, it's important to gently encourage communication and provide opportunities for conversation without pressure. Using simple sentences, giving extra time to respond, and avoiding correcting mistakes can make a significant difference. We've now covered an essential sign that might seem subtle, but carries a lot of weight in early detection. Staying aware of these language difficulties can help you offer better support and seek timely medical advice. Number 6. Poor judgment and decision-making. One of the more concerning early signs of dementia is a noticeable decline in judgment and decision-making abilities. This doesn't just mean forgetting small details, but involves difficulty in making choices, solving problems, and understanding risks that were once routine. These lapses can be subtle at first, but gradually become more obvious and impactful in everyday life. Take Bill, a 78-year-old retired accountant who always managed finances meticulously. Recently, his family noticed that he started making unusual purchases, forgetting to pay bills, or falling for scams. This change is not due to carelessness but reflects a deeper cognitive shift where the brain's ability to weigh options, foresee consequences, and plan ahead diminishes. These executive functions are managed by the frontal lobes of the brain, which are particularly vulnerable in the early stages of dementia. This decline can extend to everyday decisions, such as neglecting personal hygiene, mismanaging medication, or inappropriate social behavior. For example, someone might dress inappropriately for the weather or fail to recognize when to seek medical help. These actions can seem puzzling or out of character, and cause distress for both the individual and their loved ones. Psychologically, the frustration of losing control over one's own choices can lead to anxiety, irritability, or withdrawal. Friends and family may notice the person becoming more dependent or resistant to help, which further complicates the situation. It's essential to approach these changes with empathy, recognizing that poor judgment is a symptom, not a personal failing. Consider Marie, an 82-year-old grandmother who began to forget appointments and struggled with managing her medications. Her family found her confused about routine decisions and sometimes overly trusting of strangers. Recognizing these signs early helped them get her evaluated, leading to a timely diagnosis and support plan. If you observe someone exhibiting poor judgment, it's important to ensure their environment is safe and supportive. Simplifying tasks, providing reminders, and involving trusted family members in decision-making can help maintain independence while reducing risks. Being aware of these early signs of impaired judgment is crucial for protecting your loved ones and helping them maintain quality of life. Early intervention can provide tools and resources that make daily living more manageable and safe. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, with Wizvu, let's move forward. Number 7. Changes in mood and personality. One of the most heartbreaking and sometimes overlooked early signs of dementia is a noticeable shift in mood and personality. This isn't just about feeling sad or irritable from time to time, but rather a deeper, more persistent change that affects how a person interacts with others and experiences the world around them. Take Harold, a 79-year-old retired school teacher who was once known for his warmth and humor. Over recent months, his family noticed he became unusually withdrawn, suspicious, and sometimes aggressive over minor issues. These changes are not a reflection of his character, but are symptoms of the brain's deterioration in areas that regulate emotions and behavior. People with early dementia often experience depression, anxiety, or apathy. They may lose interest in hobbies they once loved or become easily frustrated with simple tasks. This emotional flattening or sudden mood swings can confuse and upset family and friends who remember a very different person. The challenge lies in understanding that these emotional shifts are part of the disease process, not willful behavior. Psychologically, these mood changes can create a cycle where the person feels isolated and misunderstood, which in turn exacerbates anxiety and depression. Loved ones might misinterpret these signs as stubbornness or lack of cooperation, leading to tension and communication breakdowns. Compassion and patience become vital tools in these situations. Consider Joan, an 81-year-old grandmother whose cheerful and outgoing personality began to fade. She stopped attending family gatherings, became more anxious, and occasionally accused those around her of wrongdoing. Recognizing these mood and personality changes as early signs of dementia helped her family seek medical advice, enabling a supportive care plan that included counseling and medications to improve her quality of life. It's essential to support those experiencing these emotional and behavioral changes by creating a calm and reassuring environment. Encouraging social interaction, maintaining routines, and seeking professional help can make a significant difference. Understanding that mood and personality changes are part of the early dementia journey can help families navigate this difficult time with empathy and hope. These signs are a call to action, prompting timely support and care that can improve outcomes for everyone involved. Final thoughts. As we come to the close of this video, it's important to take a moment and reflect on the signs we've discussed today. Recognizing the early symptoms of dementia isn't about causing fear or panic. Instead, it's about empowering ourselves and our families with knowledge that can lead to earlier diagnosis, better care, and more meaningful support. Awareness is the first step in a journey that, while difficult, can be managed with patience, love, and the right resources. If you see these signs in yourself or a loved one, remember that you are not alone. There are experts, support groups, and medical options available to help you navigate these changes. Each person's experience with dementia is unique, but understanding the common early signs can help you respond with compassion and practical action. It's also a reminder to cherish the moments we have with those we care about, to build memories, and to communicate openly about health concerns. Talking about dementia openly can reduce stigma and encourage people to seek help sooner, improving quality of life for everyone involved. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.